Hello, everyone. Hey, you guys. Welcome to It's a Matter of Fact podcast. I'm your host, Matt the Funny Man. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm that guy that uploads videos on the internet. How you guys doing this morning? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. So, as setting up to record the podcast, I get a random phone call. Now, unless you're a contact in my phone, I have your number saved and everything, ringtone and all, I do not answer any numbers. Lo and behold, it was a job. I'll put it to you like that. And a voicemail was left. At first it made me think, okay, maybe it's a job because my phone said, hey, this is verified. It's an actual number. It's not a scam or nothing. It was them calling saying, hey, no one came into work this morning. Can you call me back? You guys have no idea how relieved I felt knowing I'm not going to call back. I'm like, I got stuff to do today. Now, I set up everything too after that because I wanted to start a little earlier, but... So keep in mind, I got called because a morning person didn't show up. Let me give you some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people. One of them is working a night shift, but they could work a morning shift. The other 4, or the other 3, are off. One of them is like, I prefer to only have 2 days off. But when they come to work for those 2 days, they complain about, oh man, I hate coming to work. I'll get into that a little later. You have 5 other people you can call. But you call me. I'm the first one on your contact list. Don't let your job rely on you too hard. Because what's going to happen if you're not there? It crumbles. It falls apart. Doesn't it just feel good to have that power? I could take over the fucking earth with this power. But no, dude. It's like I'm off 2 days a week. If you guys have followed my journey with work within like the last 6 months, I went from having fucking 4 days off, 3 of them back to back, and then I'm off on a Sunday. Dude, I was living it up. Making content. Streaming a lot. I was streaming fucking 3 days a week. Sometimes 4 if I fucking felt like it. Like, dude. You joshing? Lordy Lord. It's so funny to me. Better have a manager come in. I saw the schedule. Someone comes in at 9. You better tell them to come in now. Have them work like 8 to 2. But seriously, since companies and organizations that usually treat their employees unfairly, I'm going to break down some numbers for you. We're going to use myself as an example, okay? My average schedule is at least 38 hours working, all right? That's not including my 30 minutes, all right? So, or no, 38 and a half. But let's include my 30-minute breaks because, I mean, even though half the time I come back home on my lunch since I live so close, we'll still count it because technically my body and my mindset is still in work mode regardless. But the only reason why I walk home is just so I feel like I'm not fucking there all day. So 38 and a half hours, give or take. All right, now let's add my 30 minutes for each of those days that I work. All right, that adds up to 40. Okay. Well, actually, no. 40 hours and 30 minutes. Because I work a full 8-hour shift one day a week. The other days, if you count them, they're 7.5. So, add my lunchtime together. That's 40 hours and 30 minutes. All right. Now, let's calculate the time that I have to walk to work, which is roughly give or take 10 minutes. All right, so that's like an additional 50 minutes to work. All right, so that's roughly about like what? Hold on, hold on. I want to be accurate here, so let's especially so 40.30 plus 0.50. So that's 40 hours and 10 minutes. Or no, 41 hours and 10 minutes. No, 40 hours and 20 minutes, my bad. Because it's showing 0.80, but I'm rounding it up to 60. So, 41 hours, 20 minutes. Alright. So, now we gotta add the time I wake up, which is 30 minutes before I leave for work. Because, if I got to be there at like 5, I never get there that early, but just for the sake of the argument, I have to be there at 5. I got to wake up at 4:30. So, I spend 20 minutes to get dressed and get myself, mentally prepared. And then, of course, the last 10 minutes I leave the house and I start walking to work. So, let's add 20 more minutes. So, it's like what? 2, 4, 6... 2, 4... So that's an hour and 40 minutes. Alright? So if we were to calculate the time I wake up, which is 30 minutes before I have to leave, and including my walk, which is like the extra 30 minutes, you add up my 30-minute lunchtime, I am in work mode 43 hours a week. A week. Keep in mind, now, this is me. And now, some of you people are probably thinking like, oh, Matt, that's... Some people are thinking like, oh, wow, that's a lot. Keep in mind, I'm one of the lucky ones. This isn't a lot. There are motherfuckers who have to drive to work. The people that have to sit in traffic. People that takes them like 2 hours to get to work. That number's considered lucky, if anything. Burlington, when I used to work there, that number would be like around 60, give or take. Because I would have to get up an hour before I have to go to work. Or an hour and a half. Because I'm one of those, especially, I gotta take a long travel to work. I mean, the number was probably a lot bigger than around 60. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 70 hours because I had to take the bus and shit. But Burlington, the number would be way bigger. So, I give you guys 43 hours a week of my life. And from basically almost everything. The only thing I'm probably not doing is ordering shit. That's the only thing I don't do. And make the schedule and all that shit. If anything you can think of that a non-manager would do, I'm doing there. Because, you know, it's, I think I've mentioned this before. I don't remember because, you know, my memory's fucking... I can remember my locker number from high school, but I can't fucking remember what I talked about in the last podcast. It's super weird. But... And this goes for, like, you know, not only, you know, what I love doing, which is, you know, creating content and, you know, making people's day a little bit better or have them fucking think about something else. You know, if they're having a shitty day at work or just a shitty life, you're going through a divorce, let me pop in an MTFM podcast, get my mind off it. That makes me feel good knowing that, like, I do that. It makes me feel good that I'm helping people in some way, shape, or size, or whatever. But, I mentioned before that, like, I'm one of those people, like, I do want to become, like, your go-to guy. Like, I want to, you know, this is going to sound a little bit egotistical, but, you know, I want to be one of those people, like, you know, you reach out your hand, like, bro, I got you, bro, give me your hand, you know, for anyone. And, you know, I have a great relationship with everyone there, you know. I'm truly happy, you know, that it's not slowly it's kind of, but it's different. It's kind of, I'm not getting that same feeling that I was getting at Burlington, especially when I work there every day. Like, every now and then it kind of hits me like, fuck, I feel like I'm here every fucking day. But I think it's also because of the fact that I live close, it's not a long walk. And, you know, I mostly work mornings. I rarely work afternoons or evenings. Versus Burlington, it was like, you know, one day you're in the morning, one day you're in that, 2 days you're at night, next day you're in the mid, next day you're in the morning, you know. It's not all topsy-turvy and shit, like, you know, it's mostly morning shifts. And, you know, my boss would rather keep me in the morning versus at night, because I guess they have a lot of people at night but not enough people in the morning, so it's like, you know, hey, I'd rather have you in the morning than at night. And I have worked a couple of nights there. It can get kind of boring if I have nothing to do, but, you know, some of the people at night kind of got it good, but I digress. But I like to be that person, you know, not only for, you know, my job, but, I don't know, man, I think it's just how I was brought up. It was just like, you know, hey, Matt, if people need help, you know, and you have the tools to help someone, you know, lend them a hand, Matt, you know. I think that's just how I was raised, to just help people, you know, if I can, you know. It's just me. But it's also like, I've had a huge, deep discussion with this with one of my coworkers, and I think like, how I was raised, it kind of made me become a people pleaser, and I still have those tendencies, like, even with my wife, and, like, there's been times where Prisha's been like, Matt, that's not necessary, you don't have to, but I'm like, oh, no, but I want to, I'm like, please, let me do it, you know. It's just to the point where, like, let me help you. But it's like, dude, I gotta think about myself. Dude, I'm 32! I'm getting fucking old, man. So today, I'm gonna put myself first. I'm like, you know what? No. I won't be calling. I won't be coming in. I'm off today. I'm on Do Not Disturb mode on weekends. Now, unless you're a family member, a friend, or my wife, nah. And it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me, guys, that growing up, like, in high school, so many people, man, I got 3 jobs. Like, having a lot of jobs used to be a fucking flex. It's so crazy to me. From, like, fucking 2008 2009 to now. We just transported our mindset from, I got fucking 3 jobs, bro, and a side hustle. I got money. To, bro, fuck money. I want to fucking smoke weed and just lay in the house today. The money's not worth it. It's just mind-blowing to me. The same and this is people, some people I know, some people I've like known in high school, they're like, man, I'm about money, I'm about hustling. I want to get this, I want to get that. To, man, fuck these jobs, man. I don't want to do shit today. I don't want to do shit ever again. I just want to lay in the house and not do nothing. And I was like, bro, what happened? Granted, yes, people's minds can change. They, they've woken up from their slumber, as some people would put it. Me, I've always had that mindset. I'm like, yeah, I'll do a little work, but I want to fucking play more. And I'll talk about this to the day I die. And my fucking wife will tell you guys. I'm scared to death, like, my mother, God rest her soul. But I don't want to grow up to be like her. Believe me, she had a very harsh life. And in her, during her retirement, when she was going on walks more, she stopped smoking, just living a lot healthier for like the last 10 years of her life, was where I saw her at her happiest. My mom was 66 when she passed. Dude, I'm not waiting until I'm fucking 56 to be happy, dude. That's not fucking happening. I got like, what? 24 more years? You mean to tell me I gotta feel like how I feel for 20 more fucking years before I'm truly happy? Dude, fuck that. I want to feel like how my mom felt in her last 10 years of her life fucking now. Fuck that. Dude, like, that's not happening. And this goes out to anyone else listening, dude. Be happy fucking now. That's why people tell you, like, hey, man, life's short. That's where the phrase comes from. Life is short. Better get happy now. Find shit that makes you feel good. Gives you that dopamine rush. Because, fuck, I need it every 30 seconds. Or I'll go fucking insane. I've had huge dopamine problems too, so I'm not sure if it's like because like my ADHD is getting worse. I don't think it is, but there have been like days, if not weeks, where I'm like, I play video games, I go on YouTube, I rabbit hole, deep dive and shit. Cause a lot of times I like to, like, this is a weird video. Let me fucking look into this shit. That type of shit. Documentaries about video games, because, that's my fucking go-to. Ever since the pandemic started, I'm like, man, this is how games are made, dude. Fuck yeah, Looking at furniture I would love to have. That type of shit. And it was just nothing. Nothing was giving me that, feeling, And Simon's sleeping next to me. He's been such a good boy. He's been kind of whiny lately. We've had a couple of storms in Vegas for the last couple of days, and good God, he's not used to it. He doesn't like high winds. If it's ever windy, I can be in the bedroom and in the kitchen. If there's heavy rain, thunder or lightning, it's like, dude, he just does not. He's adapted my personality. He wants everything to be nice, quiet, and subtle. He has anxiety, I think. I think he has huge anxiety problems. But he's such a good boy, huh, buddy? Such a good boy. Spoiled, rotten little shithead. But take care of yourselves. Put yourselves first, man. Fuck these jobs. Fuck me. Okay. there is something I want to get into, and I don't think I talked about it. Actually, I don't think I talked about it on the podcast because I had a discussion with this with with one of my bosses one day, and I was like, it just fucking flabbergasted me. So, wait, do I have a fucking? I thought I had a splinter. I looked down at my finger. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this a splinter? It's gonna bother me all day now. And it just flabbergasted me. So, to give you a better understanding, a lot of times everyone has credit cards, right? So I have a pretty good sized, decent limit on my credit card, and it's crazy to me because it's like, you really trust me with this much fucking money? Thanks. I appreciate your vote of confidence. So believe me, if I didn't fucking hold back, man, I'd be in debt like a motherfucker. Also, thanks to my wife because she's helped me control my spending habits. Because, man, when I was fucking younger, summer job, first check I got went to GameStop. When I worked at Giant at the towards my break, oh man, I got $30 in tips. Panda Express for lunch every fucking day. Every day I was at work and I worked more than 5 hours, I save up my tips and fucking go to Panda Express to have lunch every day. It's so funny. So, if young me saw my credit limit, I'm going to Panda Express for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, fuck. But, you know, I'm more better with money now. Like, even with the limit I have on my cards and shit, dude, I still check it. Because there's been times where I'm at work and, you know, the little cooler that you see in the stores, we have, like, little Starbucks drinks. Or, what do you call them? The not regular Monster, but the coffee ones, like Monster Java or whatever the fuck it's. I forgot what it's called. It's like a Monster, but it has coffee and shit in it. In the cooler, and a lot of times when I'm working, I'm like, "Fuck man, I would really like to have like a Monster Java right now, a vanilla bean, you know." I'm like, "Fuck, do I want to get it?" I'm like, "Fuck, let me check my bank account first. Where am I looking like?" Oh, cool, my payment went through. Alright, cool, let me get a coffee. You know? But then, of course, there's other days where I'm like, my credit limit's kind of... I'm a little bit close to the halfway mark. Nah, I'm not buying a coffee today. I'll just have water. So, keep that mindset, okay? The people that shop at my job, a good portion of them use food stamps. And I myself have never been on food stamps. Because growing up, when I was growing up with my mom, we were kind of like right at the fucking borderline to where it was like, yeah, you're getting child support and what you're getting paid, yeah, you're just right over the board of, no, you can't get food stamps. Right at the fucking border. So, you know, I didn't really know anything about food stamps until I got older, and, you know, I started making, and some people that I knew, you know, parents had food stamps, and I'm like, oh, how the fuck does that work? And it's like, oh, well, the government, you know, based on, like, your income, how many kids you have, if you're, you know, single or married, you know, that depends, like, how much the government gives you. And I'm gonna let you guys know right now, there's some fucking people I have seen. There are some fucking people that I have seen that look, I'm not sure if they are, I don't want to judge, but there are some people I've seen with like ragged clothes, holes everywhere, they look like they haven't showered in a month, and I would see like $3,000 on their food stamp card. I'm like, holy shit. Where can I get that fucking money? So, I mean, that's like one occasion I've seen that. So, it's, you know, it's not like fucking everybody's walking around with $3,000 full of food stamps. No, that's not what I'm saying, no. But it's crazy to me like, as I got older, you know, I've learned, like, how does food stamps work and shit like that. You know, you got to go to a government building or whatever, you fill out a form, and I guess you have to do that every month and shit. And then, like, let them know, hey, I'm still making this amount of money. Like, you got to check in every month. I think that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is only based on, like, what I know so far. Because I myself have never actually said, like, hey, should we sign up for food stamps? I'm still considering it. My wife's like, well, based on how much me and you make, we probably won't get a lot. I'm like, well, fuck it. I don't care if the government sends me $20. That's $20 for fucking coffee or whatever I can get. I mean, you know, listen, $20 is $20. You can get a lot for $20. I mean, not today anyway, because fucking food prices are fucking ridiculous. But $20 is $20. You know, if you are guaranteed $20 a month, dude. Are you really going to sit there and complain or, like, yeah, I don't need it? Like, no, you're taking the $20 a month. No one's going to turn down free money, guys. Let's be realistic here. No one on this fucking planet that uses currency, because there's some places that you don't use currency, but any place that takes currency would gladly accept 20 of any equivalent of currency wherever they live. But you got to set it up. I don't know if you go to an interview, but just for the sake of, like, me making a joke, you go to an interview, you tell them how, you know, hey, this is how much I make, this is how much I would like to have. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how the whole process works. All I remember is that, like, back home in DC, at the beginning of every month, there'd be, like, a government building that would be, I would see on my way to work, and it'd be, like, a long fucking line, like 300 people waiting in line. The line would be all the way wrapped around the corner and shit. And I remember one day I asked Preach, I was like, hey, what's that? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's where, like, people, like, get their food stamps and stuff. I was like, oh, shit. But I think that's, like, back when they would get, like, in checks and shit. I don't know if it's, like, I know, like, nowadays it's, like, automatically loaded on your card. But I don't, like I said, I don't know, like, every month do you have to go to a building to check in, or do you have to call? Like, I know I don't remember, like, I would have to, like, ask my wife again, like, how the whole thing works. But just based on, like, what I can remember, like, you know, you go there, you say, hey, I need this, you know, and you're like, okay, well, we'll pay you the money. And I know you have to do something every month to ensure that you get the money. And then you just gotta wait till you get the money. You guys have no idea how many fucking times people did not know how much was on their card. How many times I've had people yell at me, not at the people who are holding up the line themselves, and of course you guys already know I've ranted about this a billion times, but get mad at me because this person was like, oh, I don't know how much is on my card, hang on, let me call him real quick. And it's like, shouldn't you have done that before you even got into your car this morning? Before you even left your house? There have been plenty of times where me and Preacher are like, hey, you want to go out and hang out today? Sure, where do you want to go? I want to go to Barnes & Noble. Alright, let me check the car real quick. Yeah, we're good, let's go. Or we're like, hey, we are going to go. Like, no shit about it. I'll fucking pull up my phone, like, alright, let me see where we're at while we're on our way there. It's just common decency. Because I hate to be one of, like, thankfully that's never happened to me before. Because I'm smart enough to fucking check my balance of shit. To, you know, not hold everyone else up. Because you know, I'm a fuck up. I chose not to fucking check my card. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I know I'm like it, you know. But there's been plenty of times where people fucking get mad at me and shit. Hey, what's taking so long, cashier? Dude, not fucking me. I did my part. I scanned the product. I bagged the product. I'm fucking waiting on this person. Well, can you open up another line? Again, here's another great example. This happened to me yesterday. Of people really need to shift their focus on each other, not the fucking establishment. Or at least not the people that work at the establishment. It was a very nice lady. I was scanning her stuff. There was no one else in line. The store was practically empty. She was like, I forgot to get some fabric softener. I was like, if you want, you can go ahead and go get it, and I can scan up your stuff, and I'll be done by the time you get back. Are you sure? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead. No worries. I got you. Go ahead. I don't want to sit here and have your product sitting right here. I'll scan the stuff while you go look for it. 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Another guy gets in line. He's throwing caveman-like type shit. I'll be with you in a second, sir. Someone just went to grab some fabric softener. She'll be right back. A minute goes by. Just a moment, sir. She's just grabbing one item. She just walked away. No, literally, no shit. As she was walking towards the fabric softener aisle, this dude came up. So it was literally, they crossed paths. So, literally, not even a fucking minute. I'm exaggerating the fact that it was even a minute. But now an actual minute goes by. I got one thing! And I'm like, I even explained, I can take you, but I'll have to call my manager up. My manager will have to come up here, cancel this order for me to take your one item. But the lady's probably going to come back before my manager even gets up here to cancel the order. No, one thing! Old fucking guy, too, by the way. Fucking boomer. I call up someone. Hey, can you take this customer? He doesn't want to fucking wait. He doesn't have any fucking patience for a fucking bag of Jolly Ranchers. Dude, your Jolly Ranchers can fucking wait. One thing. I'm fucking slobbering on myself and shit. So, as someone comes up front to take him, as soon as he walks away from my line and proceeds to the other register, the fucking lady comes back. I scan the item. As I'm putting her cash in the register, the guy's walking out. Thank you. I didn't even acknowledge him. I just let him walk by. I'm gonna just you're not gonna get a you're welcome. Because you're not welcome. Fucker. Of course, the nice lady was like, oh, thank you so much for doing that for me. You're very welcome, ma'am. You take care now. I didn't even give him, hey, have stereotypical, hey, have a good day. I was like, you know what? You take care of yourself. You take care. I made sure he fucking heard that. You take care, ma'am. Fucker. And I told the guy who was my backup. I was like, hey man, sorry to call you up here for one fucking item, because this guy didn't want to fucking wait. He really wanted to suck on his Jolly fucking Ranchers that damn bad. I can't wait. Dude, I know you're old as fuck and you don't have that much time left, but dude, you can wait a minute. A minute or two. No, I need to suck on these now. Fucking dickhead. I kind of... Let me go back to what I was originally talking about, because I kind of just went off the rails with that fucking rant. I'm sorry. But... back to what I was saying about, checking my card and shit. There's so many times where it's like, oh, let me check my card. And people get mad at me. Can you open up a little line? What are you doing? And I'm not doing anything, dude. It's this fucking guy right here. He doesn't fucking know his balance. And my boss was like, oh, well, they're getting the stuff for free. That's why they're not thinking about checking it. And I'm like, that's so ass backwards. If I know that someone's supposed to give me money monthly, dude, I'm checking that shit. I'm triple checking. You know, Jason? Your next door neighbor? You fucking gave him $30 last week. How many times are you gonna fucking ask that guy for your $30 back? Every fucking day? Hey man, you cash at me the $30 yet? No, bro, sorry. Best believe you're gonna be checking your fucking card every fucking day to make sure that $30 that he owes you is in there. You better do the same fucking thing with the government. Hey, yeah, man, you'll get your food stamp money between now and the 15th. All right, motherfucker, I'm checking every day. These fucking people don't check. I would say if you were to line up 50 people on food stamps, I guarantee out of those 100 people, 75 of them aren't checking their shit. There's so many times where insufficient funds. Let me try the card again. Insufficient funds. Let me try the card again. Insufficient funds, sir. Or ma'am. Or they. I know I got money on here. Yeah, I know you do, but you didn't fucking check. You didn't tell Uncle Sam, hey man, you give me my fucking money yet? You don't fucking check. It's so crazy to me. You won't fucking check the government to make sure they gave you your money, but you'll make sure your best friend Sam fucking cash after you those fucking $20. It's so ass backwards. I make sure fucking Uncle Sam gives me my fucking money. I'm checking that card every fucking day, every hour. If I'm supposed to get $300, best believe I'm checking my phone every day. You guys have no idea how many times, too. And this has been most... Actually, I think it's only been boomers that get food stamps that do this shit. What the fuck? I know I got $200. I just got my food stamps today. Uh-huh. And they're like talking to me like I fucking... Like, they talk to me like I know their checking account information. I know... Dude, I'm telling you, I got $200. Uh-huh. Well, my machine says different, but okay. Do you know if I got $200? I don't know. And I love the fact, too, that so many... You'd be surprised how many fucking people come up to me. Hey, can you tell me how much is on this card? Dude, there's a fucking number on the back of it. Everyone has a cell phone. Dude, call the number. Put in your PIN. Your account balance is... Does no one do that anymore? That's a fucking free service that they provide you. You call the number. Please enter your PIN. Boop, 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 boop. Your account balance is insert money here. And 35 cents. Bro, why are you asking me to check your fucking balance? Oh, I can't check your balance. I can only look at your balance after a sale. Oh, okay. Buys like $1 pack of Skittles. And it shows up. How much is it? Here, take the receipt. I don't want to tell you. $8,000. Here you go. Like, that's what I'm going to start doing. When people start asking me, like, hey, how much is on my card? I charge them for an item. And then I'm going to say, oh, wow, $5,000. Oh, really? And just watch their stupid fucking face. No, I'm just kidding. 75 cents. You used it all this month already. I'm going to start doing that type of shit now. This is why I'm glad. This is why I talk to you guys. It helps me think of ideas. But it's like, dude, just check your shit before you come into the store or any place of business. If you check your debit card all the time, do the same for your fucking food stamps. That's all I'm saying. Especially if it's guaranteed money. Especially the fucking boomers that get food stamps. And also keep track of the fucking day. There's been so many times where, what's today? It's Monday. Monday what? Monday the 15th. Oh, I get them on Tuesday. Bro! There's literally a number on the back of the fucking card. I don't understand that I don't understand that mindset. Keep in mind, my boss, well, it's free money that they're getting. I'm like, if you check your paychecks every Friday, your fucking mediocre fucking $200 paycheck you get from busting your ass for 40, 50 hours a week, and you're only getting $200, if you're checking your balance for that every fucking week, best believe I'm checking my card every fucking day for a $800 food stamp card. You know? And even when I did get it, motherfucker, I'm checking the balance every fucking day after I use it. And I'm fucking writing that shit down. I'm not going to be fucking thoughtless and careless with my fucking money that I'm getting for free for not doing anything. Keep in mind, this is another thing. I mean, granted, yes, food stamps are, you know, I'm all in support for this, is that, you know, if you're struggling and you don't make a lot of money and, you know, you have mouths to feed, 100%, you deserve all the free money you need until, you know, you get yourself back on your feet and you're self-sufficient and you can pay for your own shit and you don't have to worry about money. 100%, I'm all for it. But, you know, because I don't want to be one of those people where it's like, you're literally getting food stamps for fucking nothing. I see it as fucking free money. Because as much as the government acts like, hey, guys, we're broke, we don't have any fucking money. No, you guys do. You guys got money. You just don't want to say you have it. The government's like that guy's like, hey, man, you got my $2,000 for all these people that need help? Nah, man, I don't got it today, bro. Next week? I get you next week. The government's that guy that says, I'll get you next week, but he never fucking gets you next week. It's so funny to me, too, because the U.S. is still in debt that I'm aware of. We're still in debt to a lot of fucking countries, but yet someone just won $1 billion in the lotto. You want to pay back our debts, U.S.? Nah, we'll just give it to some random person who guessed the right numbers. Yeah, actually, there's a TikTok I want to share you guys. And it's never been more fucking true ever. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I'll play it for you guys.
Does anyone else find it incredibly dystopian that we're in one of the worst recessions we've ever had as a country, and there's $1 billion just kind of sitting there waiting for someone because nobody has guessed the right magic numbers yet?
Bro. That's wild. That's wild. It's wild, bro. It's been some good coffee. I had some good coffee today, guys. Delicious. The right amount of sugar, the right amount of creamer. It's mwah, perfect. Alright. Let's go to Crazy Pat's corner of the internet. You know your boy Pat. Always coming through with the links and the weird shit. Again, take these for granted. I'm not sure if these are 100% true. Alright. News channel accidentally shows people having sex on live TV. Okay, well, that's a thing. When it all comes to local television news, there are a few things that are considered off limits. After all, it's all about ratings. Well, Philadelphia's NBC TV 10 TV unknowingly crossed that line when cameras caught a glimpse of a couple in a high-rise apartment doing the dirty deed on the 4th of July. This story was actually focused on 2 police officers being shot. Thankfully, they turned out to be okay, and in the couple's defense, they likely had no idea that their rump was being broadcast. Holy shit, and there's actually a video. Hold on.
Breaking news. Wait till y'all see this. Wait till you see this. It's supposed to be breaking news.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
In the missionary position. Wow. That's amazing. As the camera showing a large shot location, an eagle-eye viewer caught a couple having sex in the window of one of the apartments near the Philadelphia Art Museum where the shooting occurred. Wow. Then it's pretty much, the article just goes on to say, you know, the actual event and stuff. Wow. Because at first I was thinking like, oh, okay, this may be kind of fake or whatever. No, it's real. There's an actual tweet video of it. All right. Now this one, Pat sent me. may have an issue with because it's my boy Jim Carrey, and I don't know how true this actually is, but the tagline is, millennials are calling Ace Ventura Pet Detective super offensive. Granted, I have seen both Ace Ventura movies numerous times. I don't recall anything really offensive, but well, my brain might I can't talk English today. My mind might change. All right. The movie Ace Ventura has aged like milk. It's homophobic and transphobic through Jim Carrey's skills. Oh, you know what? Is it about the fucking fuck, what was it? Hang on, because I'm looking down the article while I'm trying to remember. It was the fuck. It was that lieutenant who was that had surgery done and became a woman. I think that's what it was. And it was like Ace Ventura, and like there was like a scene where like Ace Ventura and that character like made out and stuff, and then he found out it was actually a guy and he was like puking and shit because he was like, "Oh my god, it's a man!" And there was just like a 30-second like homage of like him like puking, putting a plunger to his face and all that because they found out he was kissing a guy. The issue of Ace Ventura is all the jokes are not they're straight up offensive, and the last thing the LGBT community needs more is bad jokes. In Ace Ventura, the main character is looking for a lost football mascot, Snowflake. Near the end of the movie, animal cruelty is involved. Maybe we can overlook one major issue. God damn, there's like 1,000 ads on this fucking website. Hang on, guys, I'm sorry. It's like causing the fucking website itself to crash. Alright. We meet the Dolphin kicker named Ray Finkel, who lost a championship in the 80s, making him go mad. Ace goes to Tampa in the mental hospital to search for the escaped Finkel. Ace poses as a woman with mental health conditions, so he wears a pink tutu, adopts fake Down syndrome, what? Did they not spell infection correctly? And pretends to live inside his fantasy football league. Another point in sensitivity is tamed towards mental health. Turns out Ray Finkel is now Lois Einhorn, the hot police detective, and by the time Ace realizes it, he shouts, Finkel is Einhorn. Ace recalls when Lois kissed him, and he got into a panic mode. He vomits, washes him out. Oh yeah, man. Okay, then, I mean, yeah, if you look back on it now, yeah, that is, I guess, like, now, because I haven't watched Ace Ventura in a very, very long time, but I used to watch it all the fucking time when I was a teenager, and, yeah, I didn't really think about, wow, that shit you really don't really think about. Fuck, Pat. Fuck, dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, when you really think about it, like, now, I can see how the movie would be incredibly offensive to not only people with mental health, because obviously, you know, mentally ill, like, you don't see me walking around with a fucking tutu and playing football and shit. And then, of course, you have, you know, oh, gross, I kissed a man who's actually, you know, looks like a woman. Blech. So I can really, now, like, as a older person, you know, Wow. Of course, many transgender celebrities spoke up, but we are not for burying the movie. Instead, the film represents a sad time for the LGBT community and should be remembered as a part of that. Even Jim Carrey admitted that the movie would not be made today. He tried to defend it, though, which is not uncommon since the film brought him fame and acknowledgement. Here's something to think about. If you want to create something evolving, for example, a trans person, why not call them an actual transgender person to brainstorm together? Damn, you really don't think about that type of shit. Cause yeah, it like 80s, 90s, even like early 2000s, doing shit like that was like considered okay. But a lot of the shit that happened back then, now, yeah, 100%, it wouldn't happen. And I would imagine Jim Carrey would not have actually done that if the movie were to get made today and he played Ace Ventura. Like that, all that would have never happened. Damn. As much as I've seen that fucking movie, but I mean, like, you know, ignorance is bliss, you know, you don't really think about shit like that. And, you know, 13, 14-year-old Matt's not gonna know, like, what's offensive and what's not offensive, you know. I mean, the only thing I really knew about growing up was, like, you know, hey, don't be racist towards black people. You know, that's what I mainly grew up and was taught. You know, I never, like, even, like, I didn't even meet my first transgender person until like late 20s. Like when it comes down to LGBTQ, like I had a couple of gay friends, and you know that was, you know, for guys or girls who like girls. You know, I had friends like that, but like I'd never really came across any transgender people like far later in my life. Damn, when you really think about it, like, a lot of, like, LGBTQ stuff, there was really no representation in movies or TV shows. And if they were, it was more like, see, this girl has a penis! It was more like making fun of them. But there was no, like, you know what I mean? That's wild. Fuck, Pat, man, you're making me... Like, fuck, do I need to watch all the movies I grew up with just to see if I can spot that shit now? That's crazy. Fuck, that was super offensive. But, you know, we evolved. Thankfully, we evolved. You know, jokes like that aren't made anymore. Or if they are made, they're made, you know, within its own community. I know that's the only time when it's okay. So, like, you know, if an Oriental person makes, like, an Oriental joke, then it's okay. But obviously, if I were to do the same shit, you know, obviously it's going to be like, you know, hey, you're being racist. Knock it off. Can't do that. Fuck, that's making me think back of all the movies I watched growing up. Like, is there, like, any other, like, homophobic and transphobic shit that I, like, watched, but it never came into my brain, like, hey, that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Type of thing. Damn. Alright. Let's see. Alright, another one is, since you work in retail, Matt, you might want to speak on this one, bro. What the fuck? Walmart greeter, not so kind to young deer trying to go shopping. Alright, well, that's a shitty tagline. You could literally just say, Hey, deer broke into the store. Oh, okay, we got one more after this one. No, don't show me notifications. Is there a video of it? This looks like video. Yeah, it is. TikTok. Let's see. An unnamed Walmart greeter showed off the type of skill that would make a rodeo cowboy jealous. I don't know why. They spelled redo, but I'm pretty much... I think it was supposed to be rodeo, but they just put redo. The associate was caught in video wrangling a deer who dared roam in the store. Alright, and there's video. There better not be music. Okay, there's not. Damn, she got that fucking deer pinned down. This is an old lady! Wow. The incident took place in Wisconsin. At first, the fearless Walmart worker pinned the animal to the ground. Then, as the deer tried to return to the shopping aisle, the employee was able to restrain it until co-workers opened up the back exit. Wow. Currently, there's no word on if she received a raise or at least was named Employee of the Month. If nothing else, this is a great story. It may be a line for the resume. As for the deer, it was sent back into the wilderness, and if it can read this, the deer feed. What the fuck? In the end, everyone won. Everyone was unharmed. Let's be thankful it wasn't a bear, a skunk, or a badger. Okay. Wow. I mean, yeah, you can't put your hand... I love the... It's so funny. Hey, if someone's walking out with a cart full of shit, you can't put your hands on them. But if a fucking deer comes into the store, grab him, pin him to the ground. Deers can give you rabies. So... yeah. This one Pat sent me today. Mike Tyson needs your wisdom, bro. Okay. I'll try to give it to him. It's Mike Tyson offered zookeeper over 10 grand to fight a silverback gorilla. I don't know how true this is. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if this is true or not, so take it with a grain of salt. Mike Tyson apparently offered a zookeeper $10,000 in exchange for allowing to fight a silverback gorilla. Tyson recalled how his offer was turned down on the day where he contracted out the entire zoo for him and his wife at the time. Never wanted to back down from a fight. Former heavyweight world champion Mike Tyson wanted to take on the beast that weighed nearly twice as much as him. To fight a silverback gorilla, Mike Tyson apparently made a $10,000 deal with the zookeeper. The former heavyweight world champion hits the scales of 100 kilograms at his peak, but he was never the one to back down from a challenge. He was eager to take on the animal that typically weighed nearly twice as much as him. Actually, Tyson had always had a soft spot for animals. He enjoys homing penguins and is well known for having kept some wildcats. What the fuck? Exotic tigers and shit. Oh yeah, there's him walking his fucking pet tiger. Well, this was young Mike Tyson. Tyson went to the zoo with his then partner Robin Givens in the 1980s when he was an undefeated heavyweight champion. After paying to keep the zoo open after it closed, the pair had the entire area for themselves, allowing the champ to study animals without intense attention that he would often get. He recalled the story, "I paid a worker in New York's zoo to reopen just for me and Robin." Tyson observed the gorilla mistreating the other animals as he strolled through the gorilla enclosure. When we got to the gorilla cage, there was one big silverback gorilla there just bullying all the other gorillas. They were so powerful, but their eyes were like innocent infants. And you know, one person would continue strolling without blinking an eyelid, but Tyson isn't your average human and was offended and desired to attend the exhibit. I feel like he did this as a joke. Accompanied by his wife, Tyson put a $10,000 offer on the table during the trip out to the zoo. Offered the attendant $10,000 to open the cage and let me smash that gorilla's snot box. He declined. Iron Mike is a huge animal lover despite of wanting to put a gorilla in his place during his oppressive career. He kept white tigers at his house until later in life, altering his mind about domestication. Dude, this is Mike Tyson just hanging out there in his fucking boxers. With a fucking white tiger. Jesus Christ. How many people would actually pay to see Mike Tyson fight a silverback gorilla? Or even, like, Mike Tyson at his prime. I'd pay to see it. But the gorilla would have to consent to it, though. I'm not about animal cruelty. I mean, unless someone wants to, like, animate it, I would imagine, like, someone... Like, just do, like, what the fuck was that show? Deadliest Warrior? Would they would, like, analyze the combat of their weapons and numbers and shit? All that type of stuff? And just animate prime Mike Tyson versus, like, an average silverback gorilla. And just do, like, a death battle type of animated fight. And just run the program 500 times. And just see how many times Mike Tyson would win against the silverback gorilla. I'm all about it. Oh, Pat. I love you, buddy. Keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. I love to find out weird shit on the internet. That I know. Who would just type in Mike Tyson fights and it just auto-completes silverback gorilla. But he wanted to. Dude, Mike Tyson doesn't like bullying, dude. Shout out to Mike Tyson for being all about anti-bullying. I'm all for it. But kids, that's going to be it for your boy. I got stuff to do today. It was great fun chatting with you guys. Make sure you click all the little things here on the screen. Check out the links at the bottom. You guys have an awesome day, an awesome week, an awesome month, even an awesome year while shit's going down the drain. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.